actors better understand and address the unique needs of women with disabilities in emergencies.
Yes, of course, disaggregated data is very important. We recently, in February, had heavy snows in Georgia, in the western part of it, and few persons with disabilities were locked up in their homes due to this event, and one of the institutions was also cut off in the world for quite a while. And of course, if the government, if the authorities knew the exact numbers and the needs of these people, they would have been able to address faster. Unfortunately, DRR and humanitarian action is considered what is called mainstream activity, and very rarely disability community is being, and especially smaller organizations, youth with disabilities, women with disabilities, very rarely are involved in this type of planning, in this type of input. Due to the crisis in the country, we also used to have municipal disability councils, but now most of them are not operating either, which again contributes and aggravates the situation. When the Russia's full-scale war against Ukraine was launched, our OPDs were asked, what can we do and what are our plans if similar attack happens on Georgia? And frankly speaking, then we didn't have any answer. But we did have an answer when the COVID pandemic hit, which we started getting together and we started creating, first it was informal network, and then it became more consolidated network of Georgia Disability Network, which unites service providers, disabled persons organizations, but also parents organizations, but also disabled women as a separate interest group. So that's, I think, a good practice. But when we come together in data, again, you have to have a general trust towards the government to be able to gather this type of data. We recently had a national census in Georgia, but they coincided with the election period, and these elections were highly contested and were considered to be held with irregularities. And a lot of people did not open the doors to the surveyors, even though this was a very, very important event. So that once again shows the importance of trust. And we had another case when a municipal program needed to be, for children with disabilities, needed to be monitored. But again, even that was interpreted as an attempt to gather data about the voters and mobilize the voters. So again, the general process that happens in the country, general democracy level, human rights situation, affects greatly the ability to collect the data, to do the statistics, and also the lack or the existence of trust affects that greatly. Thank you.